Morning, everybody. This is Beth Oliver from Cranberry Horn. I wanted to talk this morning about something that I deal with on a daily basis, and that's living with Hashimoto's. About 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's, which, if you don't know what it actually is an autoimmune disease that affects the thyroid. It's not hypothyroidism. It's not a thyroid problem, except that the autoimmune disease attacks the thyroid. So it creates more problems because of it's actually focusing in and attacking on the thyroid. For those of you who have it, a lot of people take medication to control it. I am not on medication yet. I'm trying to hold off as long as possible and try to do natural things that I can to change it. Some of the triggers, and there are a lot of triggers, but for me, the biggest trigger on this was stress. I was in an extremely stressful job, and for me, it manifested itself because I would just stuff things down further. And I think that women tend to do that. We just stuff it down further. And it came out eventually as this thyroid disease. That is not the only condition that causes it, but this is what happened for me. I know it is. So what does Hashimoto's actually do to you? Well, there's over 300 different things that it can actually cause because it attacks the thyroid, and the thyroid controls several functions in your body. The symptoms are very wide-ranging. It can be everything from menstrual symptoms to mimicking headaches and infections. It can be, for me, I actually have swelling pretty badly in the throat, and also a lot of fluid retention. My glands tend to swell up quite easily, so I have to be really careful of things that might cause an infection. I've changed my diet. So these are things that I've done to try and fix it. I have changed my diet. I have almost all eliminated all gluten. I keep it to a bare minimum on that, because if I don't, I will swell up. I dropped soda from my diet. I take that out of it. The only thing I haven't basically given up that I really, really enjoy was coffee. And I'm probably not going to give that one up anytime soon, because I really do need that to be able to function. So I wanted to talk about some of the things that I see on a daily basis. And if I'm not careful, they can flare up, and they can flare up anyways. When I woke up this morning, I had a puffy face. You can see there's a discoloration throughout the face. You can see that I'm retaining fluids. My eyes are puffy. There's large black bags. And you're saying, well, you're tired. I can look like this after 12 hours of sleep, which Hashimoto's will actually sometimes give you symptoms where you sleep for long periods of time. You can see another symptoms. This is actually one of the things that actually triggered it, so that I knew where to look for what was wrong with me. I actually went quite a few years trying to figure out what was wrong with me before they came to the Hashimoto's diagnosis. But see how I don't have any eyebrows on the end, or they're very sparse. That right there is one of the tell signs for Hashimoto's, believe it or not. So it's not the only one. You have to actually be tested. They test your levels in your blood for antibodies, and that is what will tell them if you have it. It's not something that's probably ever going to go away. but it is something that I have to deal with. One of the other things, as I said, is I have a lot of swelling right in the ear, which makes it hard to talk. Sometimes it can make it hard to swallow. It does sort of create this pressure through your neck. And I'd love to tell you that it's going to go away. Probably the only way it would go away is if I had my thyroid removed. But that's not going to happen anytime soon, because I'm working to try and not have. So, let's see, what else? On a daily basis, I ache all over. And this is not just me. I mean, anybody who has an autoimmune disease will tell you that your joints ache on a daily basis. And I'm not talking muscles, I'm talking between the joints because it's where the fluid builds up. It really does it's quite wearing on your system. So part of what I wanted to do with cranberry horn was to bring attention to it. There's a lot of people who can go their entire lives and not know that they had it. I honestly believe my mother had it and she was never diagnosed with it. But a lot of the same things that I deal with are the things that she dealt with. So unfortunately, what I found out was too late to help her. But maybe it can help somebody else. So, if you have any questions, or if you're looking for help, I might be able to point you in the right direction, give you some places to look. If you contact me or put something in the messages down below, I will certainly help you with that. I'm looking to help people with this, and hopefully somebody else can go, gee, maybe that's what's wrong with me, and move forward with it. So, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I hope you're all in good health. Thank you.